Welcome to Eureka Math. I'm Mr. Shankel. Today I'm going to help you through Module 3, Lesson 17. Let's get started. All right, we worked today with drawing out some coordinate planes and labeling them correctly and getting a proper scale for our data, for our ordered pairs. So this is the problem set from Lesson 17. Number 1, label the coordinate plane, and then locate and label the set of points. So labeling the coordinate plane starts with labeling the axis. So I'm going to say that the x-axis is there. This is the y-axis. I next have to get an interval for our x and y axis. So I'm going to take a look at all of the x values first. So I've got 0.3, a negative 0.1, a negative 0.5, I have a negative 0.9, and a 0. So the greatest absolute value of those x values is 0.9. So I want to space my x out on each side of the y-axis so that I can at least get a 0.9 in there. And since I have 10 spaces available, I can see that if I make each of my grid lines worth 0.1, I will get everything on there, and I'll have it spaced out as great as possible. So I'm going to try to put these in here so you can see them. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 is here, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. Keep going all the way up until I get to 1.0 all the way out here. And then on the left side, a little tighter fit, but negative 0.1, negative 0.2, negative 0.3 is there, negative 0.4, 4 is there, negative 0.5, negative 0.6, negative 0.7, negative 0.8, and negative 0.9, and here is negative 1.0. Okay, so there's our x values, and that will definitely get all of our x values on the number line there. And let's see, let's take a look at our y values. I've got a 0.9, 0.7, negative 0.1, here's a 0.3, and a negative 0.4. So again, it looks like the same scale will work nicely. My largest absolute value is 0.9, so we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to skip every other this time, so 0.2 is there. Skip 1, I get to 0.4, skip it 0.6, skip it 0.8, and I would go up here to 1.0 up in there. And then the negative side, let's go negative 0.2, a negative 0.4 is there, a negative 0.6, negative 0.8, and then negative 1.0 is down here. There you go. And I just did that for sake of space. Now we need to plot these. So let me get a pointer here that I can use. And the first one is 0.3. So I go right to 0.3. That's here. And then I'm going to go up to 0.9, which is going to put me right up there. So right there. Second point, left to 0.1 because it's negative, and up to 0.7. Left to 0.1, up to 0.7 is going to put me right there. Third ordered pair, left 0.5, down 0.1. Left 0.5, down 0.1 is right there. And then the fourth ordered pair, left 0.9, up 0.3. Left 0.9 is here, up 0.3 is there. And the last one, 0, that means I don't go anywhere left or right, and then I go down to 0.4. So right there. Okay, let's take a look at another one. This time, notice I have an x value of 90, negative 110, 40, negative 60, and a negative 80. So my biggest absolute value is 110. So I have 10 spaces here on my x value. So I'm going to take the 110 that I need to fit into those 10 spaces and divide. 10 goes into 11 once. 1 times 10 is 10. Subtract, I get a 10. So I know that each line, each grid mark is going to be worth 11. So let's see. I'm going to skip again because that worked pretty good. So 22. Skip 1, I get 44. Skip 1, I get 66. Skip 1, I get 88. And 99, and then 110 is all the way out here. Same thing on the negative side. I've got a negative 22. Skip 1, I have a negative 44. Skip 1, a negative 66. Skip 1, a negative 88. And then skip one more, and I have a negative 110. So there's my x-axis. And then let's take a look at y. And let me get you a different color. There we go. The y value, I've got 9, negative 11, 4, negative 6, negative 8. The biggest absolute value is 11. So I have 10 spaces again. So let me see, I'm going to do some more calculating here. This time I have an absolute value of 11. I want to split it into 10 equal spaces. So 10 goes into 11 once. 1 times 10 is 10. Subtract, I get 1. I can add a decimal and a 0 and bring it down, and then 10 goes into 10 one time. The decimal goes straight up into my answer, so I could make each of these spaces 1.1. So in order to get negative 11 on my coordinate plane here, my spaces have to be just a little bit bigger than 1. Well, I don't know if I really want a 1.1 interval, so I'm going to bump that up to 2. So every space is going to be worth 2. So we'll have a 2 here. This will be a 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So I did it by 2s. And on the negative side, same thing. Negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10, negative 12, negative 14, negative 16, etc. Okay? So now that we have our interval, now we can plot the points. So when we plot these points, I see 99. So 90 to the right, a little bit past 88, and then up to 9, that's going to be halfway between 8 and 10, which is going to be about right there. Negative 110, negative 11. Negative 110 is all the way out to the left, and then negative 11 is all the way down, almost to the 12, so right there. Okay, 40 and 4. Right to 40, a little bit less than 44, up to 4. So about right there. Negative 66, negative 60, a little bit less than negative 66, and then down 6, which would be right there. And the last one, negative 80, is a left 80, a little bit less than 88, and down 8. So it's going to be about right there. All right, so there we were able to get all of our ordered pairs on our 10 by 10 grid, and we've maximized our space. Well, that's it. That's lesson 17. Hope that helps. I'll see you again next time.